3 days after leaving my job as a computer science teacher, I placed a bet on myself most people never would. Can I turn my gift into a solution so powerful it changes the lives of those who I serve and my own? That's exactly what we're about to find out. Welcome to Project U. This is Mission Zero. Okay, before we get started, you're going to need some context. So let's take it back 5 years to 2021. So after years of handing in assignments at the last second, starting a business right before COVID, and building a DJ career right off the back of my broken HP laptop, I graduated from university.
Yeah, with honors.
So with that all said and done, where do we go from here? All right, let's run through this. August 2021, I landed a job at Just Eat. So I've probably delivered McDonald's and KFC to your auntie or your uncle before. I worked there full time until December when I landed a job at Microsoft. So I'm working part-time in both. Now, I work at Just Eat until August 2022 when I get offered a full-time contract at Microsoft. So I leave Just Eat, go full-time at Microsoft. Here's the thing, 10 months after I leave Just Eat, boom, the entire department and neighboring departments shut down, everybody's made redundant. I work in Microsoft until September 2024, and I leave to go and become a computer science teacher. 5 months after I leave Microsoft, the entire department shuts down, everybody's made redundant, and neighboring departments are made redundant. No. As a matter of fact, between the time of, I think it was January 2023 and September 2024 when I left, about 40,000 people were made redundant in Microsoft as a whole throughout the entire world. I start working as a computer science teacher. I've taught at 2 schools during that year, and 5 weeks after I leave the second school that I'm teaching at, redundancies. The entire pastoral department made redundant, and neighboring departments as well are affected.
Damn.
So either I'm the plague to the employment market and to these companies, or something is going on that I need to figure out and deal with as soon as possible. So then why did I decide to leave my job and effectively go on this crazy journey of trying to prove to you that you can turn your gift into a solution? Because even whilst I was at work, I was already doing that. When I was at Microsoft, I was running multiple projects, helping my colleagues when it came to their mindset, their personal and career development, and when it came to turning their gift into a solution. I literally ran a project during the entire month of February 2023 called The Treasure Inside of You. It was literally to help them discover their gift, develop it, and turn it into something that could be sold, monetized, and served to other people. I even developed a website that helped people to discover, develop, and distribute their gift so that it could serve as a solution to other people. Now, although that website doesn't exist anymore, that's not the end of the story. But speaking of the story, let's get back to this one. So when I started to take notice of this pattern that was forming since I started working at Just Eat, I had to make a decision. And what I decided was, I'm not gonna stand for this. I'm going to jump off the Titanic and build a lifeboat before it hits the iceberg. And I'm gonna show you of how I did it so that you can begin to replicate that in your life as well. Because here's the unfortunate thing. Many people don't want to take the risk of building their own thing or following their dream or creating something that serves other people based on the natural gifts within them because they think that it's unsafe to do. For many people, I understand the stability of a salary it almost feels more responsible than the risk of taking on your own journey. But here's the thing, when companies are just erasing jobs like this, how safe is it really to be in the hands of somebody else? So yeah, we reached the end of the academic year, my teaching year. It hits July 18th, it's my final day. I leave and I decide I'm not coming back, and 3 days later, it's July 21st, and that's exactly where we are right now. Let's roll the story. So, I decided to make an Afro swing mix. Nothing too big, just a couple of songs, 2 minutes, just to showcase what I got in the tank. And I'll be honest, I had tried a couple of times that day. I'd even done it outside, the sun was shining, and then it started raining. So I was thinking, come on, man. But I told myself, you know what? Now we've got to do this. And I have to put it on a box of eggs because it's going to be engagement and all of that. You get me? I'm Ghanaian, people are going to be running the jokes. I said, yeah, let's do it. But yeah, so it got a decent amount of views an engagement on my account. But what I realized very quickly is that it was never about how many views I got. It was about who was behind each view. Because the views and the comments were decent for my account, but the person who ended up DMing me was never one of those comments. And what did that person in the DMs present me with? An opportunity to play at Box Park Croydon in a couple of days? Huh.
That's all I needed.
So yeah, we're in Croydon. Let's do this. So even as I was approaching Box Park, I could already hear the event calling me. And honestly, guys, it was amazing. Come on, come on, come on. Run. Like there were different exercises. So much was going on. And of course, I was doing my thing, making sure everybody had the vibes. But yeah, overall, I didn't even know this kind of thing could happen in Box Park, but it was amazing. I enjoyed myself. Everybody else enjoyed themselves, from the energetic vibes to the smoothness. Just everything was so amazing in the event. And then nearer to the end, we even had a quiet moment. Talking about things not just to do with physical health and physical development, but also mental and spiritual development. Because you want to be winning on all three fronts, not just in your body. But yeah, overall, it was amazing. And this was just the first event.
We're really here. We're really here, man.
Cool. So we just shut down Box Park. Great event. I'm even surprised to see so many people come here, you know, for things like this. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's one done. Remember, this is just an example and a proof that your value can create a solution for somebody else's problem. You have something within you that can create a solution for somebody else's problem. So start thinking about what it is that you have. You've seen me put it into action. Start thinking about your own. That's it. So we've done it. Box Park Croydon. One booking, one set, and one moment that proves this wasn't just an idea. Because now we can answer the question that started this entire thing. Can your gift become a solution? Yes. Can it solve real problems for real people? Yes. Can it create a wave and make a move when you finally stop hiding? Absolutely yes. So peep the pattern. We went from conviction to creating content to being contacted and ending up in Croydon. Why? Because of courage. I'll tell you, there were points when I was thinking to myself, is there any point of doing this? Is it, you know, how should I really get this done? Or is it really worth posting this? You know, how are people gonna react to it? You know, are people gonna take it down? And I had to really tell myself, bro, stop all that talking. Post the thing. I don't care how you feel emotionally about whether people are gonna take it or not. Post the video. I had to literally tell myself that, because sometimes when you're about to take a step into the unknown, you are wondering whether or not to make that step and what will happen. But that's the thing. It's the unknown. You don't know. Stepping into the unknown requires a level of humility, because you have to accept that you don't know and you probably won't know until you take the step. When you're on the journey to the destination that you desire, or the dream life, you don't need to have everything from the beginning. You simply go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you'll see further. You see? So I had to accept that things may not go the way I want to in my head in terms of the pathway there, but as long as I believe and continue to move, things will get to where I want to get to. Overall, what have we been able to discover? You do have something within you that constitutes an advantage. Something that you have that other people may even look at and say, nah, it's unfair. But that's the thing. That's your gift. That's the thing you have that you're supposed to use to serve to the world. You're supposed to turn that into a solution. Better if it's a monetizable solution, but a solution nonetheless. And here's the beautiful thing. Today wasn't the finish line. It was the first sign, the first ripple that this is possible, that this is repeatable. The first bit of evidence that when you take out what is within you and you give it to the world, it responds. But I need you to understand something. This is the easy part. The first time you see your gift pay off, it's addictive. But it's not just about getting it done the first time. It's about how you can turn this into a repeatable system that continues to provide solutions and continues to sustain you so you can continue to provide solutions. See, because when your gift starts sending signals into the world to say that you can solve a certain problem, the world's going to start making demands. I want this solution. I want this solution. I want this solution. And when the world starts making demands, you either build a system or you start to drown in your own success. What happened to me? Yeah. You just have to find out. Oh my days.